أشهد
أن
أن
لا
لا
إله
إله
إلا
إلا
الله
الله
وأشهد
وأشهد
أن
أن
محمدا
محمدا
رسول
رسول
الله.
الله.
تكبير! تكبير! تكبير!
What do you think about this event?
Что вы думаете об этом? Мне очень понравилось. Я в прошлом году смотрел видео и хотел тут участвовать в Таравих намазе. In Tarawih namaz.
I really liked it and I watched the video last week. Alright. But are you happy?
I am very happy. I am very happy. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا
What brought you to this event? This event was also last year. Did you come to last year?
Nah, I did not come to last year, alhamdulillah, but I'm here now. My brother SQ, I reached out to him and I had to make the trip down here. I live about 4 hours away, but we got here safely by the grace of Allah. From Boston. Repping Boston, yo.
Okay.
So
and,
yeah.
I see you brought your kid here.
Yeah, I got my family, got my wife, my 3 daughters, alhamdulillah.
And I was like, okay, how can we do this at a bigger scale? And I said, why don't we have a Tarawih at Times Square? You know, and immediately Allah inspired me to do that. And you know what, brother? Like, you're right. You do need permissions. You do need bigger things. But wallahi, when I tell you that the help came from al-ghaib, it just came from Allah. Like, I don't even know how. I'm doing the second Tarawih right now. We're working on that right now, April 30th, inshallah. And right now, there's so many problems. People don't know. I'm quiet. I don't share them with anyone. Allah knows my problems. No one knows what problems we're having. But we're having problems right now too. But I've realized that this is Allah's way of teaching me to have sabr and to develop more tawakkul in Him. Because that's what I needed for the last one, Sheikh. Like, honestly, I needed so much sabr. I needed so much tawakkul. I get to make more dua and ask you to make dua for me as well, because we're doing it again. You know, like, it's madness. It's madness. And, you know, Sheikh, if it's not the permits, if it's not the sound permits to generate, there's so many permits involved, like, legally. You know, and I'm just one person with my team of the youth around me, the Zamzam boys, alhamdulillah. Like, we're just a little team, but Allah just made us successful. It was like mother, you know, like, it was 300 of us and, you know, 3,000 of them, but Allah made us successful. He gave us the help. That's what happened last time. And this is what's going to happen this time too, by the permission of Allah. And if it's not those issues, then it's financial issues, because it was very, very expensive to do. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it happen for us, alhamdulillah. So, like, we're excited to do it again. And yes, there's problems, but with hardship comes ease. So if we're having hardship then, we had the ease. If I'm having hardship now, the ease is on its way. So we trust in Allah and everything's going to be okay, inshallah. alhamdulillah, like I haven't been beaten up for giving dawah. So I'm not really doing something amazing if you think about it. I'm doing like regular stuff. And yes, in America, it is troublesome. It is harder. But you know, they say something about New York that if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. So I believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is toughening me up by keeping me in New York so that when I go somewhere else, it might be easier for me to do. People ask me, brother, do you have the permission? Do you have the permit? I said, Allah gave me the permit. He gave me the permission. We're going to get this done. My biggest thing about this, Sheikh, was to give dawah. It was to reclaim the land that belonged to the shaitan. You see, the shaitan has taken over this whole Times Square thing. Everything is just fitna and this haram and all that. We're taking over that spot and we just reclaim that land. And we ask Allah to allow us to spread His deen, His Quran, His message throughout Times Square again and reclaim that land for ourselves so that when we go on Saturdays to give dawah, people know that this is our section. We're going to be here as Muslimin.